Alright, let's move on to the next place, shall we? Where should we head next? Icedale has been changed since you last seen it, so we'll go there. I don't think we've changed anything outside. I don't think you saw this. This is just a little ice fishing hole, really. We're going to have a few of them on the lake. Just as an idea, really. Because I think it looks quite nice. Hadrimal thought it looked quite cool when I'd done it. So, yeah. And we're going to have the packed ice, or whatever it's called, to look like a path. I'm not sure why it's leading there. I think it's going to lead over that way, and then it's going to be a bit dug out or something. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm not sure how much of Icedale I showed you last time, because it was a very short video, just showing you literally Icedale. So there's a passage through the ice, which I really like this. I don't know why. It's just, it feels so cool. There's a lot of these houses I enjoy, because they're the very Nordic, like really high roof, just big, imposing buildings. This is my favourite one. It was the first one I made in this time. Again, I'm sounding really big-headed saying my ones are my favourites, but I just really like this house. I don't know why. Like, just look at it from the outside. I think that looks really cool. I don't know why. Like, honestly, it just... So yeah, anyway, they've got their little study in here. They're into a bit more, like, dark stuff. So, books and shit. I don't fucking know. Magic, basically. Alchemy and magic, and they've got a little skull up there peeking at you. Some smelly alchemy ingredients in that wee box. Right, so upstairs we have their bedroom. It's pretty small, but it feels very warm, cozy. I just broke that. Well, as you can see there, if you stand on them, they break, which is bad. Anyway, going back down. That's not what I wanted to show you, because I think you've already seen that. But this is what I wanted to show you. Up here, the town hall, sort of. So we've got more of these ice spikes on the way up, just because they look cool. Now, this obviously was based off of Skyrim. This is meant to look like the barrows that you find. Like, the first one that you go into the game, I can't remember what it's called. In here, there's nothing in here yet. The low rafters, I like that. I think that looks really cool. Don't know why. This, lore-wise, this was here before the rest of the city. Or town, not city, because it's only, what, like, 8 buildings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, damn it. But, yeah, that was there before the town, or village, or whatever you want to call it. They built around that, because it was an old, like, burial area or something. I'm not entirely sure what yet. But they built around it and made it into their town hall, basically. So that was the whole lore behind that little building. Just thought I'd tell you guys that. Where are we going next? What's this one? Alright, this is the Wizard's Tower. This has been here for ages. I don't think you've seen it, though. Something Hadrimal made on his own a while ago. It's quite cool. It's not my favourite place now that we've been able... Like, our building skills have increased. We've got better at building, basically. Where do we have next? Oh, our newest little settlement, Leith, named after my hometown area. So yeah, this is on the River Clyde, which runs through a big canyon, which actually leads over to the farm area, which I showed you earlier. But this is one of my favourite settlements. I'm going to start it over here just because it's the furthest out point. And if we're lucky, yeah, there we go. We have a new guy on the building team called Rich. In fact, you know what? We'll show you his ship first. He made this ship, and I thought that was a cool place to put it. And then we decided that we did need a town or settlement at the end of the canyon, because it was all like bare, basically. So we put that there, and it's just in range. You can just see it. So I really like it. I think this is a cool ship. I set up the ropes because he didn't know the texture pack very well, which fair enough, it was his first time using it. This is, I believe, a slave ship, and it carries like supplies and stuff as well. But its main cargo is slaves, which is interesting. Because as I said, I wanted it to be somewhat realistic. It's not like a cheery fantasy world, it's more of a dark one. So he's got these cages that he made. I'm thinking of changing them a little bit. Not too much, Rich. Please don't hit me. It's just, I don't know. I just want to change them up a bit. So yeah, I really like this ship. It looks really nice. Not much to say about it. It just looks cool. So yeah. Anyway, back over to Leith. Fly faster. Whoa. Yeah, this is going to be split up into a few episodes. I'm not sure how many, because I didn't want to do episodes like a few episodes. I wanted to do one big one, but I'm not going to upload something that's half an hour long. Anyway, this town or settlement. I keep saying town. This settlement's quite small. It's mainly based on fishing since it's on a river. River fishing, and I suppose a little bit of ocean fishing at the very edge. So I'm going to start here. As you can see, there's a lot of detail here. We've crammed as much detail as we could with like the lampposts, the bushes, just small things like crates of food, like a little random fence. Like it doesn't need to be there, but it is, and it adds more, I reckon. So we just tried to cram it with as much stuff as we could, really. Washing lines on most of the buildings, I think. Just like hanging meat, that doesn't need to be there, but it is. Like they've hung it out to maybe like dry out the meat that they've just caught or something. I don't know what you do with dead things. So we've got these fishing platforms with the nets. So for instance, if the fish were swimming downstream, maybe it's like salmon that jump when they go upstream. Doesn't matter, but like maybe they'll jump into the nets and get caught, and then the fishermen can pull them in and put them in barrels. So we've got a little bit of wheat, because obviously you're gonna need wheat for something. Don't know what yet, but the interiors are not done. The people here trade with the farm. That's where they get most of their wheat from. Apart from this guy, this guy's just like, I'm gonna plant my own wheat. Fuck you all. But yeah, they trade with the farm people for wheat and lumber, because they've got a lumber mill up there, and there's going to be animals up there, but there aren't any of them yet. So over here we've got a little bit of defense as well as a spear fishing area. I love that, the light hanging from the tree. It just looks so nice. Yeah, we've got loads of barrels of clutter and the weapons just in case. Just loads of stuff, really. We just needed stuff to fill it all in. So along here, along this really beaten up path, which I really like. It's like the nature's taken over, really. So there's the little platforms closer to the settlements, like the people who built these. But this basically leads over to the farm. I'm not going to go all the way along, because you've already seen that. And you guys might want to explore it yourself, anyway. Next up we have Ossiton, which I'm not sure you've ever seen, actually. Ossiton, name count, it's a town on the ocean. Ocean, town. This is a ship that I made, and it's one of my favourites, I think. Like, I really like this ship. I don't know why. It just feels really, not regal, but like, sorry. It feels really important. I don't know. This is just a little cargo ship. I don't like this that much. It's a bit, yeah, but it'll do. Anyway, Ossiton is the main port in mainland. I think this is mainland Tyrvale anyway. I actually don't know the map as well as I should. But yeah, this is like basically like the main like dock for the land. Or at least I'm pretty sure it is. Now these are just going to be little like warehouse lock-up things which people can rent maybe. I don't know what they're going to be yet, but I think that'd be quite cool. Just completely made that up. Yeah, this is one of my favourite towns by far. Just I think it looks really nice and it just feels cool. It's not huge, but it's spread out. But it's spread out well. Like it's not like there's huge gaps of nothingness. Just as I say that, I come to here. There is going to be more stalls here. We asked Jack to put in stalls. He put 3, then left, basically. So most of the houses here are very similar in design, just because that's sort of what happens in towns and whatnot. Like houses look very similar. Over here, you'll see there's this compound. This was instead of like a castle or a palace, where you had like more of like a stately house sort of thing, like a bigger home basically, for the more important people. So yeah, down here we've got a nice big ass like cellar. I think this is gonna be where like the kitchen staff and all that work and live. Just all the staff, really. So we have a few towers, obviously, because you need towers at a posh people's house so you can see shit. Over here, this leads to this other tower, which obviously you can go up there, but I'll just jump straight down. You can go down here, and that leads into the courtyard. There is going to be pressure plate or whatever. I think this courtyard's quite nice, honestly. It's quite cool. Anyway, I think this is also going to be a house for the servants. It's one of them spooky sounds again. It's also going to be a servant house, which, again, nothing is decorated. We need to decorate all the houses. Right. I'm trying to wrap this up quickly, but it's quite hard to do, because we've got so much I need to show you. Alright, I won't show you everything. I'm just going to show you the important things in my opinion. This isn't important, I just like it. This is an orcish camp which I built. Again, I sound so big-headed. I'm showing you things that I made because I like them. Oh well. Yeah, orcish camp. Very orcish design. Spikes everywhere. It looks quite imposing. Like this thing. Like Hajimo thought this was like, oh, I forgot what they're called. The things that you put up against castle walls to climb over them. A siege tower, that's the one. He thought it was a siege tower, but it's not. It's just a random lookout tower. But obviously orcish design, so it looks very dangerous, I guess. It looks scary. It's got the spikes on it, it's got fire. That is going to get changed. I wanted to put a campfire, but I think that looks really ugly. I'm going to get rid of that. So just got some basic tents for living quarters. Nothing special, there's not even anything in them yet. So spears, weapon racks, the whole lot. Down here we're gonna have a slave pit. Now this is like the people that the orcs have fought and taken captive. They're gonna put them down there, or we're gonna put them down there, and they're gonna use them as slaves, obviously, just for free labor. So we've got more weapons up here and some crossbows, which I think look really cool actually. Right, in here is the chieftain's tent. This is decorated, and I really like this. Once more, I did make this, and it sounds really big-headed, but I don't care, right? So we've got the map table, obviously, big map of the land. It's not actually a map of the land, it's just a map. His journal area, I don't know why an orcish leader would be writing journals, but you know what, I don't care. His upstairs bit, just a bed yet, not put anything else in. Also, the chimney, which I think looks really cool. I made that out of just trapdoors. I don't know why, I just think it looks pretty cool. I think it worked really well. Alright, anyway, let's get out of here. Where am I going to show you next? Again, I'm showing you another place I made on my own. The Pirate Cove, or Cave, whatever you want to call it. I absolutely adore this area. Because first of all, when we were exploring the map after Hajimo uploaded to the server, I found this area with all the jaggy rocks. That'd be a perfect place for like a pirate themed thing. Like there'd be crashed ships in the rocks, which was still to add. Like obviously, as you can see, there's a massive crashed ship in that cave. So the whole idea was that ship was discovered by pirates, and they were going to loot it, but then they thought, well, that's not coming out anytime soon. So it's a good stationary area. They set up camp, set up the main mast from that ship as a lookout tower, which I think it does a good job. It looks pretty cool. Still got the sail on it, very tattered, like. So, yeah, I think I really love this area. Loads of platforms just made of random scrap bits of wood from old crashed ships. I'm going to put my brightness up again so you can see. There you go. The Sunken Norwegian, which is a reference to a song by Ailstorm, a band that I really like, Scottish pirate metal. I thought it was pretty necessary. So this is a little pub tavern thing made out of an upside down ship, or part of an upside down ship. Very piratey, I guess. I really like this. I think it looks really cool. So as you can see, just random things really. That looks like a croissant, but it's an upside down ship. It's gonna look better at some point, honest. But yeah, I'm just giving you a quick show of this area. Unfortunately, we lost this main ship. We put it into our testing world, and Jack broke the server basically and lost it, which is a shame because we only have the destroyed version now. We're gonna dot these about in the ocean, like obviously edit them a bit. But we're gonna dot them about as pirate ships. Just if you really want to swim out the ocean, you find them. But oh well. All right. Let's have a look at the second bit of the warp list just to see if there's anything else to show you. Well, we have Oh wait, Richardale, sorry. There you go, Richardale. Which is still under construction. Me and Hadrimal aren't entirely sure about the big walls. If Rich, if you're seeing this, they look cool, but they're a bit over the top. That's all I'm going to say. But apart from that, I really do like Rich's town. I think it's turned out really well. It's a big trading thing, I think, or something like that. Because there's loads of warehouses, and I think it's like it's not military dependent whatsoever. So they depend on like the other bigger towns to keep them safe. Really, maybe they pay mercenaries or something. But yeah, so it's mostly for trade. As you can see, there's a big warehouse up here. The warehouses are pretty well done. The interior is so cluttered, it feels like a maze, which I really like. I actually, okay, there we go. I couldn't find the stairs there. After this, we have one more place to show you, and then I will wrap this up because we're getting to about 40 minutes, and that's quite long. I've been talking for near enough 40 minutes. That's pretty good for me. I usually start rambling. I probably am rambling, but I usually fuck up. So, next up, we're going to Viagra Falls. This isn't what it's going to be called. This is just a working name. This is one of our oldest towns, and it's surprisingly one of the ones that's taken the least amount of, like, redux, because all the old towns looked ugly, basically. Although this town did break. Somehow. All the stained clay flew up in the air when it got imported into World Painter, and we don't know why. So this was some form of weird-ass tower. But instead, I think it was like a lighthouse thing. But instead, I turned it into a watchtower, like an elven-style watchtower. So if you didn't notice, this city is heavily based on elven architecture. Well, no, it's elven and dwarven. We have lore behind it. For once, right, this is a first. In a fantasy setting, elves and dwarves are friends. They don't hate each other. And this town was part of their they're part of their alliance. There's stuff in those mountains that the dwarves want, like ore and stuff like that. But this was originally an elven town, so they farmed together and mixed up the elven magic with the dwarf, like machines and mechanical knowledge and all that. And they made something pretty spectacular, which you will see soon enough. So, very mixed architecture. That's very dwarven looking, since it's just square and stone, whereas that is incredibly elven with all the flicky bits and nice design. I really love that building so much. I don't know why. Now, we are having our version of dark elves. Now, they're not like Skyrim dark elves. These are actually evil. Like, it's part of some thing that happened. And this was just a test house, like a test of concept. I just got that and basically changed it all to look darker. But I really like the way these turned out, so we are going to do the Dark Elf houses like that, which is going to be really cool. Now, if you go through this building, this isn't actually a house, I don't think. This is like a port, I guess, or like it's a thing, basically. Because this is the Skyport. That's a terrifying sound. That's fucking horrible. No, that was a horrible noise. Anyway, this is the Skyport. We've got a nice big tower. This is just a lighthouse. This is based on Hyde's Tower of Flame, or Hyde, or however you call it, from Dark Souls 2. You might or might not see the resemblance, I don't know. I just really like that place, and I wanted to bring some Dark Souls architecture. Is that sound gone now? Yes, good. I wanted to bring some Dark Souls into it, basically. So over here, you'll see this smaller tower and some other stuff. This is the amazing things that I was talking about. The airships. They're part elven magic and part dwarven machinery. This is quite a small, like, airboat, I suppose you'd call it. Very small, like, control area here. That is an airship. With trees, apparently. Don't know why that happens, but for some reason trees grow in the pots, whether you place them there or not. It's really irritating. Yeah, this is an airship which I made really early on, and I still really like to this day. Like, I don't think I need to change anything on it. Again, I sound really big-headed, but you know what, I don't care. One thing I might want to change is the engine room. I mean, I don't know. It's a bit... It's just... I don't know. But I really like the way this turned out. It's a really cool concept of an airship. It doesn't have a balloon. It's a boat with wings, which I think is a lot cooler than having the balloon. I mean, there will be some with balloons dotted about, because there's going to be airships in, or not in, but over a load of major towns, just so that they seem a bit more relevant, just so that this isn't the only area where they are. So this is pretty much, I mean, this is obviously isn't everything we've been doing lately. We have been doing a lot more. I just don't want to make this video any longer than it should be, really. So, I mean, this has been a quick catch up on what we've been doing on Tyrvale, since I've not been doing the weekly updates anymore. By quick, I mean 40 minutes, but that's as quick as I could make this, honestly. We've done so much work. There's probably a lot that I've missed out, like a lot of smaller details. But that's for you to discover when Tyrvale is open to you guys. Now, if you still want to help build this, or if you've seen this video and you want to help with making Tyrvale a better place, there will be a link in the description. It'll be the top link in the description. Follow that to a form that you can fill out and post to us. It's in a Google Doc, so it's easy enough to do. Or you can apply to be on our build team. Now, after you apply, you'll be given a little tour, and then, oh god, I can't type. And then we'll give you a little test. I mean, it's the only way we could think of doing it. Why is it always raining in the testing room? But yeah, so we'll give you a test, we'll give you a plot, and just tell you to build something, really. This is some of the stuff people have built. I mean, not all of these have been accepted, obviously. That hasn't. That one isn't even done yet, I don't think. Well, it's quite cool. Some of it's cool. I don't like that. This was Rich's, I think, and his got accepted. And he turned out to be better than the stuff he built here. This was something my friend made, and I put it into the world. This... Who made this again? Oh, this was Cray. We've not seen Cray in ages. I don't know what happened to him. But yeah, so this is some of the stuff that other people have made. I mean, obviously, like, we need people on the team, because it's only 3 at the moment. It's been only 2 for like a year. We need more people desperately, so we're not too picky at the moment, as long as you've got reasonable skill and you can take orders. Like, okay, that sounded really strict, but like, you can listen well and not act like a dick. As long as you can do that, then you've got a place on the team, basically. So, I'm sorry for rambling on if I did. I hope you enjoyed this video. You might not have, I don't know. And if you didn't, please tell me why, and I'll try and change that. So, thank you guys for watching this 2-episode long Tyrvale update. And I hope you're all happy now. Well, not happy, because no one actually requested this, but I hope you like what Tyrvale's become. That's what I'm trying to say. And again, if you want to get in on this, first link in the description. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace the fuck out.